going to show you some hand signals that are used between the helicopter crew and the ground crew. It's very important to note that these hand signals need to be over-exaggerated as you are doing this up from a distance to the ground up into the air. The first signal I'm going to show you is to indicate to the pilot that he can start his engine. You do this by extending your arm out and raising it in a circular motion like this. The second signal I'm going to show you is to tell the pilot to hold on the ground. Okay, you do this by having your arms at a 45-degree angle with your thumbs pointing downwards. The next signal I'm going to show you is to hold the hover, meaning the pilot needs to stay where he is and just hover above you. You do this by having your arms extended out and your thumbs pointing down. The next signal I'm going to show you is to tell the pilot where to land. You're going to do this by turning your back towards the wind's direction. So if it's on your left hand side, you're going to turn to your left. On your right hand side, you're going to turn to your right. And you're going to do this by extending your arm out. This will tell the pilot where the wind direction is coming from. The next two signals I'm going to show you is how to tell the pilot to move upwards and downwards. You are going to do this by extending your arms and pointing it upwards. Okay, you're going to move your arms upwards. This indicates to the pilot to move up. Okay, same with downwards. Look at my palm rotation. It's down. The next two signals I'm going to show you is to tell the pilot to move forwards and rearwards or backwards. Okay, to move forward, you are going to extend your arms out and pull it towards your body. You will do this until you have told the pilot exactly where or until which position you want him to move forward. To move backwards, you are going to extend your arms out and you're going to use a pushing motion. This tells your pilot to back up or move towards the rear backwards. The next two movements I'm going to show you is to tell your pilot to either move left or right. You are going to do this by extending your arms, and depending whether you want your pilot to go right, you will raise your right hand only. Okay. The same you will do if you want your pilot to move left. You will move your left hand only in an upwards motion. Again, right and left. The next movement I'm going to show you is to signal to your pilot to take off. You will also have to note the direction in which you are showing your pilot. So you are going to point towards the direction you want your pilot to take off. So if you want him to take off on your right hand side, you will point to your right. To the left hand side, you will point to your left. The next movement I'm going to show you is to tell the pilot to either shut off his engine or abort mission because they have the same signal. It's almost as you're moving it across your neck and straight. In case of a landing, it will tell him to shut off his engine, but in case of an emergency, it will tell him to abort the mission. This is more for a signal to tell the winchman or the person that's operating to lower the sling load. Okay? You do this by having your arm extended outwards and this hand up, and you will go towards from one hand to the other, like this. This will signal to release or lower the sling load. The next signal I'm going to show you is to tell the pilot not to land. You will do this by extending your arms out and moving it all the way upwards till your hands connect, and like this. This will signal the pilot that it's not safe to land and he should not do so. The next signal I'm going to show you is to tell the pilot to move the rotated tail. You are going to do this by extending one arm out and moving your entire body towards the direction that you want him to move the tail rotor. Okay. Make sure that you are moving your entire body as to not to confuse the pilot. The next two signals I'm going to show you is for the winch operator. You are going to extend your arm out like this, and you are going to make very exaggerated finger movements to tell him he can hoist the winch. If you would like him to lower the winch, in the same way, you are going to point your arm downwards and use your fingers as a motion. You can also indicate him to stop or to hold the winch and do not move or proceed any further. This is very, very important hand signals, and these are some of the basic ones that we use basically every day for the ground crew. These are very universal signals, so they are known quite internationally. Be careful to not exaggerate them enough, meaning your signals might not be clear. Try to keep your arms always at a wide berth when indicating certain things. Make sure that they are clear and that they're understood by the pilot. If at any moment it is not, you need to indicate to the pilot to hold what he's doing and give the signal again. Make sure their communication through signals are clear and concise and that they are understood for safety and efficiency.